Good morning, and welcome to the first ever episode of Good Morning News, the new morning news show where we tell you what's happening in the news. My name's James.
My name's Gabe.
And today, together, we're going to tell you about the news every week. Can you believe it?
I can't.
Our first item of news today is that the local library will be giving out free books all week for underprivileged children to promote national literacy levels. Gabe, do you know how to read? Okay. The library's hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and you can find us there this Wednesday getting our read on.
I'll be getting my read on.
You know, Gabe, I actually heard a rumor from the city council that they're installing a new dog park behind the library.
Oh, it's about time. Local residents say there's a sewer man wandering the streets and under the streets. What do you think?
A sewer man? What do you mean by that?
I mean that there's a man in the sewers. I don't know if that's where he's originally from, but he's there now.
Our best investigators are out in the field right now trying to find out more about this sewer man. Now, I don't know about you, Gabe, but I don't believe in no ghosts.
I don't think anyone mentioned a ghost at any point during that story.
Sewer man, real or fake? You decide. For now, old Gabe and I think you ought to keep your dogs inside locked up at night. Whether it's a sewer man or not, you never know what's going to come out of those drains. Before we get into our final segment of the day, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsors for making Good Morning News possible. First, we'd like to thank the library. Next, we'd like to thank Murphy's Hardware for providing us with our great set design. Don't you just love it, Gabe?
I do. I also love Murphy's Hardware.
I mean, when I see these flags, it just makes me want to go. Our third story for the day is about a hardware store that residents say disappeared. The store in question, Murphy's Hardware.
The same one that's sponsoring us?
Beats me. Sounds like they got a couple screws loose. We'd once again like to thank our sponsors, Murphy's Hardware, for making this show possible. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed the first episode of Good Morning News with James
And Gabe.
And we hope you'll join us next week for updates on what's happening in your city. More on the sewer man next week.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
And we'd once again like to thank everyone for making this possible, especially our studio intern, Michael. And with that, we're signing off. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Until then,
good night, news.
Good night, news. So, I mean, what do we do next? I mean, the sewer man? Like, what do we do?
I don't know. I just made that up.
I know, that's fucking crazy. I thought I just kind of went with it.
Kind of,
You made that up.
I mean, I just thought, it's not like that. It's just a thing, Like,
I know.
I'm embarrassed about
listen,
it.
Listen. Can we just... Let's just go. I need to put it in my head. Okay, go.